The use of Native American mascots is widespread, with animals and American Indians being the most popular figures in American sports. For this video, we've chosen to focus on the most visible case of this socially acceptable racism, the Washington Redskins name and logo controversy. The next clip is a commercial created by the National Congress of American Indians, highlighting the myriad descriptors with which Native Americans choose to identify. Redskin is not one of them. We hope you find our video enlightening and are spurred to view other aspects of your life beyond social convention, helping create a more equitable and just world.
Proud, forgotten, Indian, Navajo, Blackfoot, Inuit, and Sioux, survivor, spiritualist, patriot, Sitting Bull, Hiawatha, and Jim Thorpe. Mother, father, son, daughter, chief. Apache, Pueblo, Choctaw, Chippewa, and Crow. Underserved, struggling, resilient. Squanto, Red Cloud, Tecumseh, and Crazy Horse. Rancher, teacher, doctor, soldier. Seminole, Seneca, Mohawk, and Creek. Mills, Will Rogers, Geronimo. Unyielding, strong, indomitable. Native Americans call themselves many things. The one thing they don't.
Some of you may think, as our group had before our research, that the term Redskin isn't truly offensive, but instead represents the pride, honor, and power of the Native American culture. The origin of the term Redskin actually refers to the proof of a murdered Native American, almost always in pursuit of a bounty. And whether or not that changes your opinion on the term Redskin is irrelevant, because those who are affected by its use are harmed by it. Having originated without Native American consent, the use of this term was widespread across the country, not just in the enclaves most often thought to be racially insensitive.
This clipping from the Daily Republican of Winona, Minnesota, dated September 24, 1863, shows the use of the slur Redskin was commonplace, even in areas of the country thought to be tolerant of other races and cultures.
Now we wanted to see how the term Redskin is viewed by some of our peers today. We wanted to test their knowledge to see how much our peers thought they knew about the issue and to see if their beliefs concerning the team name and logo would be similar to our group's beliefs prior to our research. Now this isn't meant to embarrass any of our participants, but rather these interviews were used as a tool to gauge their knowledge, feelings, and opinion on the topic. We'd like to thank all of our interviewees for their participation and honest interviews.
What is your opinion on the NFL team Washington Redskins name and logo controversy, and why?
Personally, I don't think it's offensive to anything. I think it's just a sports team's name. I mean, there's the Cleveland Indians, there's the Florida State Seminoles. I think it's just the sports teams, but you gotta respect that some groups take offense to the name, though.
I feel that today it's kind of okay because it's a tradition. It's been their name for quite a long time, and they've been successful with that name. It's kind of like their own brand, but it's kind of an old school term. I feel like that not a lot of kids nowadays, and like our generation, even knows what it means. But I feel like they should be able to keep it just due to the tradition they have?
I think it's a tradition, and I think they should keep it.
I don't really think it's a big deal because it's just like part of their culture and it's just like representing a group of people, and I don't think it's supposed to be like in a negative aspect.
Well, I think it's kind of offensive to Native Americans because they always have been, like, that's always been part of their culture, and it just sounds like demeaning to them when it's used as a sports team. And other sports teams have been, their names have been changed because they found that offensive
I think
as
it's
well.
fine. I don't find it offensive, but I mean, I could maybe see it being offensive to someone of that race.
I think it's a historical name, but I think times have changed, and it should change as well because it can be offensive to Native Americans.
What if I told you that in the past, the term redskin referred to a Native American scout being brought in for bounty after they'd been killed?
I'd say it might be a little offensive then.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's kind of offensive to Native Americans.
Alright.
Yeah, that might be that might be a little offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I thought the term meant. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So they should probably change it, actually.
Well, that changes it a little bit. I still think they should keep it because they never changed it previously, so it's kind of their trademark.
All right, that would be that would be a little more offensive then, because that's just something
Yeah.
that shouldn't happen. I don't know.
Well, I feel like it just makes it seem like white people came in and just decided to come up with this name for a team because they think it's symbolizing like something. It has like an underlying meaning of like
Tough and
strength
stuff.
and toughness and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it's obviously offensive to the people who would actually, like the Native Americans.
Some of you may wonder why the name hasn't been changed, because as you can see, it's insensitive to Native Americans. The driving force against the progress of a name change is led by Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington Redskins, and backed by Redskins fans. Snyder's myopic and self-serving attitude surrounding the name enables its existence. In 2014, Snyder wrote a letter to the Redskins fan base, defending the use of the Redskins name. In that letter, he used the phrase Native American 15 times, and the word tribe or tribal 16 times, for a total of 31 times in which he referenced the Native Americans. If the term redskin is supposedly used as a term of endearment, then why wouldn't he use the word to describe them? The movement to save the Redskins name is met with a strong resistance by both tribal communities and engaged citizens, who have lobbied against the use of the name. In fact, in 2014, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office denied a trademark application for the name Redskin on the foundation that the term is derogatory slang and is considered offensive by Native Americans. We are not asking you to actively lobby for a name change. However, we do implore you to think about the impact and power of the words you use. The meaning and impact of a word may not be obvious, but it can be deeply rooted in a negative connotation that can produce a widespread effect on those who are marginalized.
Hail to the Redskins! Hail victory! Brave on the warpath! Fight for ODC! Down from swamp and we will take a big score. Freedom we from touchdown, we want even more. Fight on till you have won. Sons of war, sing, run,